Welcome back, and thank you for joining us on the program. For about 5 years now, we have not experienced accidents on our airspace. I think that is a good one for us. Joining me to discuss 5 years of accident-free Nigerian airspace, he is the General Manager, Accident Investigation Bureau, as an agency of the aviation industry, Mr. Tunji Oketunbi. Mr. Tunji Oketunbi, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
It's interesting that for 5 years now we have not had any accident on our airspace. Why is it that? Give us your experience as the GM of the Accident Investigation Bureau.
Well, I'm General Manager Public Affairs.
Okay.
I still have a boss.
Okay.
So, but coming back to your question, what we experience as an agency is that one, we are just one in the network of agencies, organizations, and everybody involved in, safe flight operations. Yeah. It's not only us. Even our own job, we remain at the background there, to ensure that flight operations in Nigeria are safe. Now, in the circuit, we have the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. That's the regulatory body.
NCAA.
Yeah, NCAA for the airlines. We have the airport operators. The FAN is there. There are another private airport operator. And also, there are airlines, ground handlers, all of them. They all contribute to safe flight operations.
Flight operations.
Yes. It's just a product of each person doing his own bits. Each agency doing his own bits. So everybody work together to ensure that we have a safe airspace.
Okay. Coming on to accident investigation, you have told us about the other agencies that are involved. Yeah. Now, coming back to Accident Investigation Bureau now, how have your findings, your reports, and your recommendations, how have they been utilized since the establishment of your particular agency?
Yeah, thank you very much. The purpose of accident investigation is to determine the circumstances that led to any mishap.
Exactly.
Find out the causes and make safety recommendations that can be used to mitigate future recurrence of a similar event. Yes, we have investigated a lot of accidents, serious incidents, and then we have also produced reports. Now, the reports, they are not just for the airline that is affected. It's for everybody around the world. I recall that there was one accident that happened in Lagos here that maybe I'll talk about it later, but the discovery that we made during that investigation was used to prevent similar accidents in various parts of the world.
Wow.
As far back, as far as Brazil, we discovered that one component was loosed before that crash. And so immediately we did that. FAA in America issued airworthiness directives. The manufacturer of the aircraft issued another safety alert to all the operators around the world.
When you prepare a report as a result of a crash in Nigeria, the report actually goes
We publish it, we put it on the web.
Okay.
We put it on the web, apart from sending a copy of it to the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, in Montreal, Canada. We put it on the web, and we also give to the affected airline and the other operators, like the airport, the regulatory body, the manufacturer of a particular component, or the manufacturer of the aircraft. So it goes around the world. So if there's any accident in any part of the world, you can access the report, and you use what you discovered there to correct yourself and to put your own house in order too. So all these reports that we have used, that we have issued, have helped the industry. For example, the Sosoliso crash in Port Harcourt that claimed some children, a lot of children, and so other people. We discovered there that the crash was primarily caused by wind shear.
Wow.
And we recommended to the government to provide an equipment that tracks that kind of wind activity. It's a very sudden and sudden air rush that you cannot predict the direction. That one was there. The same wind shear caused the crash of ADC in Abuja that claimed the life of the Sultan of Sokoto.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having done this, we now make the recommendation that even the pilots should be trained on how to manage that situation. And from that time, the government provided that equipment in some airports, including Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, Kano. We have not had a serious incident that you can say is wind or weather related.
Okay, Mr. Oketunbi, still talking about your agency, is the influence of your agency only limited to the Nigerian aviation industry? Or let me take it this way. How are you preparing for the global operations?
Yeah, we're already on the global map because in West Africa,
Yes.
sub-region, for example, we are the only autonomous agency that you can say that is well equipped with men and equipment. We are well equipped. We have a flight safety laboratory in Abuja where you can download what you call black box.
Okay.
You can download information from it in Abuja. And beyond that, we have about 32 accident investigators that are useful to other parts of the sub-region. For instance, sometimes ago, we were invited by Sao Tome and Principe to come and conduct the investigation for them because they didn't have the capacity there. And we went there, we did the investigation and we released the report on time. So we have been doing that and we have been signing agreements with global bodies in France, for example. Our counterpart in France, they have signed an agreement with us, an MOU with us. We have serious collaboration with an NTSB of United States, TSIB in Singapore, and then we have been helping the Bagaya. The Bagaya is a Banjul Accord Accident Investigation Agency for West Africa. And this is interesting because all others have been calling us. Saudi Arabia, various states in West Africa. We have signed MOU with Benin Republic, and that will enable us to help them to conduct accident investigation if anything happens there.
And that is good to know, Mr. Oketunbi, GM Public Affairs,
Yes.
AIB, very good. Now, in the last few months, up until yesterday, flights have not flown in Nigeria as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, flights started yesterday. As an agency, have you, give notes of warning to the aircraft owners, especially for the flights in Nigeria? Have you give notes of warning to the aircraft owners in Nigeria to be cautious, especially with technical age as regards flying, now that we have started flying now?
Well, interestingly, that's not our job. That's the job of Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. Yeah, they are the regulatory body for all operators in the industry. We are investigative body.
Okay.
So if anything, if after they have done their work and whatever, and there's still a mishap or near mishap or whatever, we come in to find out what has happened. That's why we have to be independent. So we're outside that circle. They regulate and they punish anybody that violates their regulation or whatever. Our own is not to punish. Our own is to find out what has happened, make recommendations that will help them fix that area. So they have done that. You can see that in the running days to the resumption of flights, they were up and doing, telling some airlines you cannot fly, telling this, okay, you can fly. That's their job, to ensure that passengers are safe. And I believe that they have been doing that. So our own is that if we now discover anything along the line, we will call their attention to it. Okay. And say, please look at this, look at this, look at this. Because we are also working. We, for example, during that COVID period, we were working. We are releasing, I think next week, we should be releasing 4 accident reports.
Oh, that is very good, Mr. Oketunbi. Yeah. 5 years, that's pretty good, and we hope that we will not have any mishap. Now,
we hope so.
Lastly, do you have any words of encouragement to stakeholders in the aviation industry?
Yeah, for the aviation industry stakeholders, we need to keep doing what we have been doing. Good. That have taken us to this height where our airspace is one of the best in the world for now. So everybody needs to keep on doing what we've been doing to ensure that we do not have any mistake. There's no perfect airspace, there could be whatever, but if we all keep on doing that we have been doing, the chance of having an accident is very, very low. It is very low. And again, the passengers also have a role to play, you know, by complying with security demands at the airport, safety demands at the airport, and all that. And if they also see anything, they should report to the appropriate authorities. This is very important.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That is it from the GM Accident Investigation Bureau.
Public Affairs.
Public Affairs, Mr. Tunji Oketunbi. We should keep doing what we have been doing that has enabled us not to witness any air mishap in the last 5 years. And passengers, of course, you also comply with all regulatory rules. And that is what we could take from Mr. Oketunbi today. Mr. Oketunbi, thank you very much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Coming on next, on ending importation and oil subsidy regime. Let's have a break. We will be right back.